As I mentioned earlier, Mel Brooks was one of our first guests from our first show. The other guests that particular night were Joan Crawford, Groucho Marx, and Rudy Valley, along with Tony, who will be out shortly. Then I think Mel had, the album, The 2,000-Year-Old Man, had not been out too long. Anyway, Mel Brooks has gone on to bigger things as a writer, producer, star, kumquat, ashtray, shoehorn, many things. Would you welcome Mr. Mel Brooks? Well, here we are.
Wow.
Just like yesterday.
I was the last guest.
Were you?
On that show, and I'm the first guest on it. I've moved forward. I've moved ahead.
5 spots up the couch.
Yes.
Do you remember the first show of it all? Some of it's just kind of a haze to me.
I remember
Groucho, you know, did the first 15 minutes that night.
Yes. I remember Joan Crawford came on with a wire hanger. I don't know why. But anyway, no. It was I'm only kidding.
Of course you are. That's what you get paid for.
Yeah. Gee, this is really, it's very touching. It's very moving. It's very emotional. A week from now, somebody's going to be saying, "Where's Johnny?"
Anyways, give me those pictures. I'm going to show you this. Somebody dug these out today. I want to show you first. I'm going to show them to the audience. These are from the actual first show. Black and white pictures. All the Kinneys and the tapes of those early shows are gone, like the first 10 years. But yeah, that's true. The tapes are all gone. But here you are sitting at the desk with Joan Crawford. Look at the monitor. You can see it better. There is a younger Mel Brooks and a younger Johnny Carson and a live Joan Crawford. No, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it that way. Oh, hey, folks. Hey, I had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry. I don't know what you were doing here. What the hell were you doing here?
I was probably doing my impression of Tony Bennett, who came on after me.
From the first show.
Look at our hair, got all white. What happened to us?
I don't know. What happened?
I don't know. I had a Danish and a cup of coffee, and I'm suddenly 65. What the hell happened to me?
Dorian Gray, right? The king lives. Why didn't you wait for me? Why didn't you wait for the king is dead? Long live the king.
I'm sorry. I think I got Ed's drink. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Hey, I was talking about a 2,000-year-old man.
The king lives. How did that used to go? Remember?
What do you mean? You were just taking a drink.
Yes.
And they say,
yes.
The king is dead. Long live the king. The king lives. The king lives. That was
the king is still alive.
That's right.
Still alive.
That's
Not
right.
yet. Oh, those were the good old days. I just had to get it straight. It straight.
Okay. 2,000-year-old man. You ever do that anymore?
Yeah, at parties and things. By the way, Rhino Records loves it so much, they're going to reissue those things on CDs.
I remember going to parties when you and Carl... I remember the live parties when you and Carl would sit around and he would just start throwing anything like, what did you do for recreation when you were 2,000 years old?
I said golf. We played golf.
Played golf 2,000 years ago?
Many thousands of years ago was the matrix, the beginning of golf.
I didn't know that.
It started very naturally. A skunk would come by the mouth of your cave. You'd take a stick, you'd say, "Get the hell out of here." It would travel a while.
That's right.
You know? Go by somebody else. He'd say, "Get the hell out of here."
So there were no golf balls,
when it fell
of course.
in a hole, then everybody was happy.
That's
that
right.
was golf.
I see. It started that way.
Sure, that's how it started. I just made that up.
Did you have any children?
I had over 42,000
42,000 children?
Yes. And not one comes to visit me.
See, you do remember.
I do remember.
Oh, man. Where'd you grow up? New York?
I grew up in New York. I grew up in Williamsburg. Williamsburg is actually a section of Brooklyn, just where the Williamsburg Bridge enters Brooklyn. It's the only thing that's not afraid to enter Brooklyn. Anyway.
Was it a tough neighborhood?
Yeah, it was very tough. It was very tough. As a matter of fact, it was so tough. We used to go to the Woolworths to steal. Naturally, nobody had money.
Yeah.
You know? So we go to the Woolworths, and there was this guy, a little Filipino guy that was demonstrating yo-yos. And he'd say, "Now we going to walk the dog." And he'd do it, and he'd walk the yo-yos. And he'd say, "Now we walk the dog back." and he walked the dog. While he was walking the dog, we were stealing yo-yos. We were very busy. One day, unbeknownst to me, but knownst to the manager of the store, I copped a little toy pistol, this big little thing, and I put it in here. I started to go out the door, and he said, "Hey!" And I pulled out the gun. I said, "Get back, I'll blow your head off!" And he jumped back, and I ran away. I still got the gun.
You know, I actually stole something from Woolworths also when I was a kid. Most embarrassing, it was a little ring, like I want to, and I put it, and the manager came over and said, "Would you give me the ring?" I said, "I didn't take anything." He says, "Let's go to your father's office." I live in a small town. And he started to walk me over, and I did the first known case of plea bargaining, I think. I said, I gave it to him at Pride, and he says, "All right, but isn't that awful?"
Oh, it's awful. I snuck into a movie house with my friend Benji, and they said to us, "Look, do you want a beating, or should we tell your mother?" I said, "Tell my mother." Benji said, "I'll take the beating." He was a fool, you know?
Did you, you used to work in the Catskills?
Oh, yeah, the mountains.
Upstate New York, the mountains.
The Borscht Belt.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
A lot of the great comedians, comics started there.
It was a great phenomenon. I was a drummer.
I know.
On Saturday afternoons, Buddy Rich took an hour out of his life and would
sit down and
teach me how to play. And it happened because Mickey Rich was his brother, the alto, wonderful alto sax player. And Mickey was a friend of mine. I went to Lincoln High School, and I went back to the house, and there was this drum set, and I went boom, boom, boom. And at the door, I heard stinks. I turned around, there was Buddy. He said, "But I want you here at 11 o'clock every day." He taught me for about 6 or 7 months. He took an hour out of his Saturdays, when he wasn't on the road. He was the greatest guy.
Trouble with Buddy teaching, he never read music, and he would just say, "Here's the way you do. How do you do that?" "Well, you do it this way."
Right. He'd show you.
He couldn't tell you.
And then when he saw Blazing Saddles, I finally made it. I made this remarkable hit, Blazing Saddles. It was a big hit. And I ran into Buddy at a favorite Italian restaurant we used to go to in New York, Patsy's.
Right.
And he came up to me with tears in his eyes, and he said, "Gee, it's such a big hit, and you could have been a good drummer, Mel."
That killed him, huh?
And he meant it. He meant
Great.
it. But working,
Do we have to leave for a second? Oh, we'll interrupt for this, but we're coming back. So here we are, folks. Okay, we are back. Now, all right, I want you to tell. Now, you've told it. I know you've told it.
I love doing this show. I don't do it often, especially when I have nothing to sell.
Of course.
It's terrible. But you always, in the 40 years that I know you, you always listened. The other show hosts, whether it was Merv or Les, they never looked at you. They never listened. They were always very busy with, "Get the cotton candy later for me." They were always talking to somebody off camera. You always were a mensch, a gentleman.
Well, thank you.
Really.
If I don't listen to you, I don't know what we're talking about. You got to listen. Anyway, thank you. I know you've told the story before, the Cary Grant story.
I did that on the last show.
Who cares? Tell the Cary Grant story.
All right, but you know it. All right, folks, when I left the Sid Caesar show, well, not actually left, I was kind of fired, but sort of fired. Anyway, I came out to Hollywood to write a movie. I was at Universal Studios, working with a guy called Marvin Schwartz. I trusted him. Anyway, across the street, I saw there was another bungalow. We were working in a bungalow, and on the top of the bungalow it said Grant Art. I said, what does that mean? What the hell is Grant Art? He said, "Well, that's Cary Grant's company. Grant Art. I said, "Well, does Cary Grant ever come to that bungalow?" He said, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Sure. You're kidding." He said, "No, he'll be here in about 10 minutes. He comes every day for lunch. He'll be here about 10 to 12. He shows up. It's about 11:45. He'll be here." I said, "Cary Grant, I'm going to see him in person." "Yes, Cary Grant will be here." So I waited by the drapes, and sure enough, a guy in a double-breasted suit with a little yellow boutonniere walks down. He leaves this guy, jumps up the steps 2 at a time, bounds through the door. I said, "It looked like Cary Grant." He said, "It was Cary Grant." I said, "Holy mackerel, Cary Grant. He's about 60 yards away from me. Cary Grant. I grew up in Brooklyn. Cary Grant." Oh, my God, I think I'm going to faint. He said, hey, we see him every day. I said, but I don't. My, Cary Grant. Cary Grant. So anyway, I waited. He said, he'll be coming out to lunch soon. I said, he's coming out to lunch soon. We're going to see him. See, there, about 10 minutes later, he bounced down the steps. I said, oh, my God, it's Cary Grant. It's Cary Grant. So he said, come on, let's go to lunch. So we walked down a path, and I somehow take another road, and I hear behind me, Man Brooks. I turn around, it's Cary Grant. I bought every single one of your albums. You've made me poor, blah. I said, oh, my God, he's talking to me. Cary Grant is actually talking to me. I said, Marvin, what should I do? He said, talk back to him. But all right. I said, hello, Cary Grant. I called him by one name, Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
I figured that was his name.
Cary Grant.
I didn't know him well enough to call him Mr. Grant or Cary. I called him Cary Grant. I said, hiya, Cary Grant. You look good, Cary Grant. Are you really Cary Grant? And he said, come on, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm going into the lunchroom there. He said, oh, the commissary, yeah, come with me, Bart, I'll buy you lunch. Oh, my God, Cary Grant is going to buy me lunch. Oh, so I went in, and I sat next to him, and he had a hard-boiled egg. That's all he had. I don't know why. And I had a tuna fish sandwiches on whole wheat with a slice of tomato. No mayo, hold the mayo. And I ate the sandwich, and then we left together, and he said, walking down the path, he said, what's your favorite color? I said, blue. He said, yellow. I said, yellow is yours, blue is mine. What's your favorite car? I said, a Buick. He said, a Rolls Royce. I said, that's nice. And we talked like that, you know. Me saying Buick, he saying Rolls Royce. It was a very interesting conversation. He went to Grand Art, I went to Schwartz. I thought that was it. The next day, about 11:45, we get a call. Is Mel Brooks there? Yes. It's Cary Grant. Would you like to go to lunch? Sure, Cary. All right. Holy mackerel, Cary Grant. All right, I comb my hair. I brush my teeth with my finger. Very nervous. Cary Grant, we go in again. He has a hard-boiled egg. I don't say nothing. I have a corned beef sandwich with mustard on rye. Okay, one of the few out there that ate it that way. The rest had it with mayonnaise on white. So he says, what do you like to play? I said, well, I like to play football. I like to play baseball. He said, well, I like to play party games. Oh, that's interesting. Like Ghost. What is Ghost? You dress up? No, G, you get a G. H, you get an H, Ghost. Oh, fine. And we talked. Okay, interesting. He goes to Grand Art. I go to Schwartz. I'm back home. The next day at 11:45, ring, it's Cary. All right, I meet him outside. We go on a lunch together. Me and Cary Grant, Mel Brooks and Cary Grant, we're holding hands. We don't know what to do for each other. We don't know what to say to each other. Anyway, let me tell you the punchline. Comes Friday, the phone rings, it's Cary Grant. I said, I'm not in.
Enough already.
We didn't know what to say. I had nothing more to say to him. I said my favorite color. I said my favorite car.
I'm not in.
I mean, there was nothing more to talk about.
We'll be back.
We'd exhausted our conversation.
Dr. Lennon Smith is with us tonight. If you haven't met him, he has his television show is not as long as yours, special. It's a matter of fact, it's a minute and a half. Syndicated television messages throughout the country called House Calls. He's been with us before, and he'll be with us again. Would you welcome Dr. Lennon Smith? Congratulations on your master's win
the other night, and they had a little review of about a book by Lord Trimmingham called The Go-Betweens. And it said, and I thought, this is the answer to all pediatricians. We should know this and have it on the wall. It said, Lord Trimmingham said, the lady is never wrong. Now, I've found that, my wife has been telling me that for years, but if you don't see it in print, why, you usually don't get that message. Now, when a woman brings her child in the office and said, he's sick, you know, he's sick, and you keep looking until you find he's sick, or you make him sick or something, but because the kid is sick. And you can't examine him and say he's not sick, because they'll go to another doctor, and that's bad for business. So you find that he's sick, or you find he's got pinworms, or, you know, there's something that's going on with that child, because the mother knows best. It's really, when the baby has come from her. She's lived with this kid for 24 hours a day. And the father brings the kid and said, my wife says he's sick, looks okay to me. So, and so he's not, but we believe the woman, and it really makes some sense. And we've been, the times that we're burned are the times we don't believe that woman. So for heaven's sake, if a woman comes on and says something, believe her. You just nod your head. It's not being henpecked. It's just, it's God's truth. They've got some message that God gave to them that when they say something. My wife says that the bad behavior of our children is from the bad genes from the father's side of the family, and it's often true. You get women's response.
Did I ask you a question yet?
Yes, you asked me if I've been reading things.
Yes. Okay.
I interrupted you.
No, you didn't interrupt me at all. I just, hello, doctor, and you were on Western Airlines with Lord Trimmingham or somebody.
So you did get it. Did you listen? That's
Lord Trimmingham.
important.
Oh, yes, of course. I wasn't aware that he had said that.
Yeah. Did you also know that he said that?
Yes,
if you'd flown
among
Western,
other things,
you would have
I'm
known
sure.
that Portland, Oregon was just about wiped out. We just we were on the hooray for Portland. We've got ice up there that you wouldn't believe. And
I'd believe it if you tell me.
My wife, again, who believes in, sometimes she thinks I'm okay. She said, you know what's happening tonight? Because we were in 39 degrees huddled around those.
Below zero.
Around this kind of, this package that doesn't burn well.
Right.
And she said, you know what we're doing? We're talking. Because we're usually watching TV or complaining or talking on the phone. We were talking to one another.
Right, that's good.
And that's, sort of, bad weather forces people to get close together, so I think
What's new in medicine?
Well, we've got a flu going around that you wouldn't.
Flu. Let's get on. Flu's a good subject.
Flu. Yes, the flu is very bad.
Why can't they cure the flu, doctor?
Oh, we can.
Oh.
Oh, yes. You just keep
that.
ahead of it, freeze it out.
Now we have what they call a Russian type flu now, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Now what's the Russian?
Burbank flu and there's a Portland flu. They're all really the same. Basically, it's a high fever and a headache, and your eyeballs hurt, and you don't want to move.
The old hurting eyeball
so
syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the fever comes down, and then there's this kind of cough that goes on for 7 days. So it's a 10-day illness. It's a very standard type of
And there's
illness.
nothing you can do to shorten the time
yes,
at all.
There is,
of course, a lot of things you can do.
We
He's
found
going to tell you some of them.
The best cough syrup was that gin, lemon juice, and honey.
Gin, lemon juice, and honey.
We ran out of that one night, and the kids came in and were standing and barking by the bed one night, and I had to give them, I didn't have the right ingredients, so it was bourbon and some antihistaminic and some molasses. It was so bad, they never complained again. So if you make the cough syrup taste too good, they're in there every 20 minutes, coughing and barking and stuff. So you have to kind of watch that. But it does work if you know it's coming.
You have a question for the doctor, Richie, about your children have any ills, Rich? Or that since the doctor's here, you can save a house call.
My experience has been that kids that are blue-eyed are more likely to get beaten by their grandmothers because they're more likely to be have bad behavior. But we'll give him some cough syrup.
Guess his kids are all well. Tim, do you have anything wrong with your kids at home?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just doing it.
I'm doing some research on.
I was wondering if you had an opinion on it.
I'm doing some research on people that end up as they have. And I found out that people like this are more likely to have been very ticklish as little children. Were you ticklish? Were you ticklish?
No.
Only developed lately.
It means that.
Why? Do you mean those of us who are a little
ticklish,
crazy
are more likely to be sensitive? It's just a little rule, and you notice the stethoscope, and we can't feel the.
Wait a minute, Richie's going to do the famous trick with a handkerchief. Excuse me, I thought you were going to do that famous magic trick that you do at parties, but I guess not.
I have
just blew his nose. That's it.
My work with children who have give teachers trouble in school are that they're very ticklish, sensitive, goosey kind of kids, and I've invented but I can't patent. It's a long pole with a lot of feathers hanging. The teacher.
That sounds like
the
fun.
First day of school has the kids all has the kids all lie down supine on the floor, naked preferably, and she lowers this pole with the feathers on it, and see which kids break first, and those are the ones that are going to have trouble. No, they seem to have more trouble. But we
Hypersensitive
found
children.
Hypersensitive children are more likely to have trouble in school. So we'd like to isolate them or find out, because there's some things we can do. But if we haven't gone too far past the flu, I could go back to that.
Sure.
Because there are some people who
You can go back to Sir Firmingham if you want to. Trimmingham.
I'll back out. But some people do respond to vitamin C, and it might be worthwhile to take enough.
Vitamin C?
Yes.
Can you take too much of it?
Oh, sure. Your body will respond. I had a woman tell me that it didn't work. Her child kept throwing it up as fast as she was getting it down, but she was doing something for the child, and that's important too. That you feel that you can't just sit there and see your child get sick. But there is a point. If your child has pneumonia and is blue and has 105, well, you're not going to sit around and give it vitamin C. You might, but do it on the way to the doctor. There's sort of a limit to this health thing. I agree with many of the health concepts, but there's a point when you.
Now, how would Richie tell if his kid was turning blue?
They have ways. They have ways.
Just wondered.
I can see. Now you can see.
I've had many black people come in with a child and say, "See the rash?" And I say, yes, of course, just to point out a typical spot, and they will. And oh yes, we see a lot of that. And I don't know. I don't do very well with. I know about ashing, though. Is that okay? That's okay.
Well, enough of that. Do you let when you're treating God, it's kicking up again. Do you like to when you're examining a child? Is it better to have the parents in the other room?
No. We try to have them in the office there with us, because we can save some time and ask questions, and the child usually is a little happier if they often feel the parents have abandoned them, and that's sort of a dirty trick. We try not to try to get through the whole exam without the child crying, which is another kind of a trick. When they get to a certain age, maybe after they're 12, 13, or 14, it's amazing how much they'll let us look at things in their body, but not their parents. So we're kind of hiding in the corner there. Now, let me take a look at this and that.
You do a lot of that, Doc?
You do a lot of that. Well, it's true. Most doctors go into medicine because they're peeping toms.
Really?
Yeah. And they get paid for their
You heard it here
neurosis.
first. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back, folks.
My first guest, a dear friend. A man I've known for some 30 years. I call him Mr. Warmth. He'll be appearing this week, the week of June 6th at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas, and then the July 4th weekend, he'll be in Bally's at Atlantic City. Busy. How he found time to come by here, I'll never know. Don Rickles.
John,
Don, how
are you the governor of Guam?
Aren't you getting a little older?
I know your age. The prom's over.
All right.
I mean,
It's summer.
I know, but you're dressing like some Chinese yo-yo or something. You look like Hong Kong Charlie.
Hong Kong Charlie.
How you feeling, Ed?
Very good, Don.
Keep your name alive. Great.
Thank you.
You got heavy stuff going, but you're a good guy, and you know I love you, Ed.
Thank you, Don.
I'll testify to anything. Of course, I heard the news. You're the new host.
I'm so glad.
Why? I was backstage. Everybody's packing. It's a year. They got a year yet. Everybody, guys say, "What are you doing?" I'm getting the hell out of here before he decides to come back.
Well, where are you going to work when I leave? This is about it, you know.
Arsenio Hall's going to be at the house for dinner.
That's right, another year.
Yeah. I wish you luck, John.
Thank you, Don.
I think it's time you moved on.
I think so.
Hey, I'm not saying that facetiously.
I'm not retiring.
You know,
I'm just stepping down as the host of this show.
You're finished.
There are other
It's
things I
over.
want to do.
Stop trying to be graceful. They asked you to get out and you're walking away. Ed's staying on, that's his deal.
Well,
Stay on and take Severson with him with the funny jackets and hope they skyrocket. Jay Leno's going to work in the crowd selling peanuts. But don't worry, John. You got $40 million. You shouldn't walk away.
Come on,
I know what you got. I saw your house at the beach.
I'm comfortable.
Comfortable? Comfortable? Comfortable. When the man spits, there's a guy to catch it.
Doesn't everybody? Well, you don't live in East Los Angeles. You're in Beverly Hills. What are you talking about?
Small little hovel that we keep alive. You know, we don't have what you do. We call you up for dinner once in a while, but you and Alex you have a place now in Utah or something, right?
Yeah.
Are these too fast?
No.
Oh. Now you know why they want to dump them. You ask the man a question, he goes, nobody ever asked me that before.
Yes,
You're great, though, Ed. You keep leaning over like you know what's going on.
That's why he stayed here all these years. Yeah. You're right, John.
Charlie
You're right.
attention.
You got it.
Has no idea when the show's over, he goes, I was so bored. I just want to get back to my life. Oh.
Hello, Bambi.
Nah, I kid you, big guy.
Have you ever thought now you're getting along in years?
Yeah, what are getting along in
You're
years?
out on the road playing these little joints?
Not joints. I play nice places.
All right.
What's that joints? You make it sound like I got a tattoo on my arm with cigarettes under the T-shirt.
Well, that's right.
Hey, Vinny, you want another shot?
But didn't you used to play some of those places?
Of course, we all did. No, you came from London. All of a sudden, you're with Alex at the tennis match going, I think it's McEnroe's serve. And I remember you when you sat around with me in New York and went, is it morning?
Are you going to start that again?
Well, you brought it up.
I didn't bring anything up.
I didn't say it, you did.
All right, now
We're both doing Jack Benny. Why? For God's sake.
Okay, they're not dives. You play nice places. but
Right.
Haven't you ever thought saying, hey, that's enough, Barbara? How is Barbara, by the way?
Same.
I'm sorry.
She's a typical Jewish wife. She's wearing the jewelry now and signaling ships.
Are we there yet? Now, haven't you ever thought, hasn't Barbara said, hey, Don, you've worked all your life. Why don't you just stay home now and,
No, I'm going great. You're the one that's finished.
No, I'm not.
Hey, don't sell me down the river. I'm hot. I'm going with Ed. We're having our own Tonight Show. And then I'm going to get my kid on Star Search and skyrocket. But no, I don't think about retirement. When the audience doesn't show up, like tonight. What I want to say.
Let me do this, and then we'll come back.
Don't beg. It's your show for another year.
That's right.
And then that other kid comes in with the funny jaw.
Yeah, then you're... We'll be right back.
And this is the first time we've had him on the show, or at least we've had a chance to meet. Would you welcome, please, Oliver Reed? It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
How are you?
Quite extraordinary.
Yes, that's what... That's what I hear. You and Miss Winters have never worked together.
No, we haven't.
Didn't you used to be under contract at RKO?
Now you say she...
I'm sorry. I'm intimidated by the British.
Why is that? You know, most Americans, and I've said that on the show before, seem to be intimidated by English people in general. They feel a little, I guess, insecure. I don't know.
No, most of them, you see, we made love to.
Most of them.
I would have remembered.
You've forgotten. No, I don't know why. I think it's a myth. I think it's very polite. I think America is an amazing country simply because it's comprised of a mosaic of European culture, do you understand? Yeah. And people that came to America, it seems to me, because they thought that they were either economically or socially or religiously persecuted. And they came and they made a happy place of it.
Right.
Some of them behaved themselves and some of them are quite loud.
We have a great mixture here. What,
I would have remembered.
But you forgot, sweetheart. Give me your hand.
We do know each other.
One written Sour Misfortune's book.
This can't be happening on television.
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was my turn.
It is.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway, what brings you here?
I'm here making... I have just finished a film called Burnt Offerings with Betty Davis, who you remember.
Yes, I remember.
And Karen Black, who maybe is a little younger than you.
Yeah, but she's not as... Never mind.
But Betty Davis is probably older.
Yes, and it's called Burnt Offerings.
Mm-hmm.
And we made it in San Francisco, in Oakland, just outside.
Yeah. Betty Davis is quite a lady. She has been with us several times on this show. And is one of the great actresses, I guess. You've never worked with her?
Never worked with her before at all, no. I rode her food trolley up and down the corridor outside her room at nights, and she... and she got a bit cross about that.
Being the room service table outside?
That's right. But it was all right. I sent her some roses. She gave me a tennis ball signed with Betty Davis and a picture of herself.
She gave you
I guess that's
a tennis ball signed Betty Davis?
Yes.
That's
she gave it all. It was amazing because she used to live in this hotel, and outside they had because I believe they didn't make enough money. I could be incorrect. They didn't make enough money out of the hotel, so they've turned the tennis courts. It's like a gymnasium. There are swimming pools, people come in with rubber hats on, they swim up and down, people play tennis all day. And Betty Davis came along and she borrowed a pair of binoculars because she's supposed to bird watch in the film. In actual fact, she was looking at the fellas playing tennis. And so when the film finished, she gave us all a tennis ball.
That's very nice. I don't have one myself, and I would like
I'll
to have
ask.
One. Would you ask her next time?
They're on the prop strike.
We have to take a break? All right, we'll do a commercial. We'll be right back. Stay where you are. We're talking with Oliver Reed and Shelley Winters, and you brought up the word kinky, which is a word they use in England quite often, but it's not too used here.
Well,
how would you define that? And then
the
I'll
English
ask.
are rather kinky. They never talk about sex. Never.
We just do it, madam.
I guess don't you...
That's quite British.
Yes.
Yes. We talk about it a lot, America, and discuss it.
Do you know, I'm playing a colonel in my next film, and this is why I look extraordinary. And I combed my hair, and I thought...
You look like Hitler.
Excuse me.
That's why I didn't recognize
Do you know that Hitler was an Austrian, and most Prussians and British are very close, and that's why we fought each other. Mark my words. So
anyway, you're doing the...
So I'm playing a colonel. I thought, I don't know what to do. And so actually I went into them. Half this is pencil, because I've only grown it for 4 days. It proves I'm not terribly virile. But they penciled it in. And I was going to...
I remembered.
That is why, ladies and gentlemen, you woke up the next morning with my moustache.
Yes. Sometimes a mustache and a mask will hide the identity.
How come you get a moustache?
No, wait a minute. This is American. We're very Puritan. We have the Puritan tradition here.
Yes.
Can I leave now for the theater? I have to be on the stage in a little while.
You don't really have to leave, do you, Sean?
No.
And you have met before. And
Do you know there's no way?
Shh.
Quiet.
Can we end the show now?
Please be quiet for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I am not really used to this. Will you please be quiet for a minute while I talk to this gentleman? I'm on the show
Yes, sir.
to talk.
Okay.
Not just to hear you, madam.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Right, Oliver. This is like it'll be...
Right? And she was saying it was a bad audience? Women's liberation, madam, will never survive. Not while I'm in the kitchen.
This could turn out to be a hell of a fight tonight.
Oh, you won't slip down because, madam, I noticed while you were on the show, you're actually far more controlled than you make out. Would you take off your shoe?
One?
Because on the bottom of your shoe, you have some...
I bought them in England.
Do you know why that's on there? Do you know why? So she won't fall over. That's dry British humor. But then I'm only playing a colonel.
Yes.
Royal Scots Dragoon Guards.
Is that what you are? Are you a member of the Royal Scots?
No, actually, in the film, I'm supposed to be... the opening scene of the film is quite funny, actually, because the opening scene... This is a new film. I read the script yesterday. I very rarely read a script. And I'm looking at some cows, and the lady comes up to me, and she said, would you join my father? I'm Colonel Blood's daughter. And I say, how do you do, madam? And she said, I would like you to come and join my father's army. I said, I've given up the Special Air Service, the Commandos, the Paratroop Regiment, MI5, MI16. I've given all that stuff off, and I've given it all up, and I'm just with the cows. And there's boom, boom in the background. She said, what's that? And I said, it's my gamekeeper, keeping away my creditors. And she said, well, then won't you join the army for money? And the British have been mercenaries. And I said, well, I don't really want to. I mean, if the cows could give milk, we'd be on good footing. And she looks down, they're all heifers. So she says, they're all heifers. So I say, oh, I've never had anything to do with sex and that sort of thing.
Oliver, don't do this picture. Don't do this film.
Well, you should see the cows. I'll give up smoking now.
It's Friday, all right.
But it's not Las Vegas.
It's not. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't. They tell me they gamble there. They game. In England, we call it gaming.
Gaming, yes, and it's very big in England, but it's legalized in England. It's not. You have what they call, not bookies as we call them, but what is the
turf accountants?
Turf consultants.
Accountants.
Accountants.
Turf
which
accountants.
is a very high-class name for a...
Well, it's for a bookie.
For a bookie, right.
Up until a few years ago, we used to have bookies runners. You could never, up until about 12 years ago in England, you weren't allowed to have a turf accountant's shop. And people used to stand on the side of the road with a piece of paper in their top pocket. And they used to flag you down. And you would go, you'd stop the car, and you would say, I want it on the nose, the 230 at Ascot.
And drive away, that was it?
And drive away. And the next day you would drive back to exactly the same place, and he wouldn't pay you.
It takes the fun out of it now when you have turf accountants. That
Well,
sounds like more fun stopping on the side of the road.
I like to win sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
Let me leave for a second here, but we shall return. Right here. You're one of the few English entertainers, I understand, that still, a lot of them have changed residence, have they not, out of England, because of the heavy taxation.
Yes.
They seem to move, somebody said they had a group on one night that moved to the Isle of Man because of the high taxes and so forth.
Yes, they've made it now very expensive. In the Isle of Man, apparently somebody's got to give to the government of the Isle of Man a great deal of money in order that they live there, to prove that they're not using it as a tax shelter. Mm-hmm. Yes, a lot of people have left. It becomes at times prohibitive to live there. I still stay there. That's the next question. I still stay there because I've fallen in love with my horses and my old house, which is falling down. And
what happened to the cows? I'm sorry.
That was in the picture.
Oh, that was in the
it?
picture.
Yes.
I'll be quiet.
I've fallen in love with my horses, madam, and my old house, which is falling down. And I've spent the last 3.5 years with the aid of a lot of film technicians who now can't get a job, like painters and plasterers and chippies. We're trying to get it back together again.
When you say old house, an old house in this country would be 100 years, but in England, an old house, 100 years means nothing.
There's the rub, because I can't get any help because Victoriana is being pulled down. I've made a movie in San Francisco recently, and some of the great Victorian architecture in San Francisco is being pulled down. And they're building huge, great cement
high-rises, yeah.
Certainly.
They're very good at that, though. You know.
No, but in their place. But it is a shame, you know, because nobody's into Victorian architecture. In England, you know, if it's Georgian or it's Tudor, then everybody keeps it alive, and they say it's a pity because the trucks come through. I believe that Victorian architecture should be kept alive. And I asked...
Why?
Because I believe that, madam, in another 100 years' time, people are going to say, did you just leave me the ashes of the earth? Or did you leave me a house? And I believe that at the end of the last century and the beginning of this, some people made, in opinions of most, ugly buildings. But I believe that Victoriana, come another 100 years' time, is going to be of sufficient importance that maybe our great-grandchildren will
Should
applaud.
have something to look at.
Yes, and that seems to strike a heavy note, but I do. And so I have...
Albert, could I take a second of your time? Just a second. Quick.
Madam.
Just
You've
a
taken
second.
most of the show. I
No.
know you... I know you've got to go to the
No,
theatre.
I know when my little girl, who's gorgeous now, 22, was little, about 15 months old, I did a picture in London, and I came there with my mother and the nurse, and, And anyway, and they rented a house for us on Curzon Street or something, and we walked in, and it was really, outside it looked beautiful, but inside, the temperature was about 10 degrees below zero, and it was very gloomy, and Gregory Peck had slept there. That was the famous thing about it, and before that it had been
And he's not 23?
No, and before that it had been a brothel. Those girls who used to come there. And this man extolled this house and said to my mother, this house is 300 years old. And my mother said, but do you expect me to live in it with a baby? No, but... Okay, I got it so long. Next time.
You gotta go to the theater.
Thank you.
Anyway.
A lot of non sequiturs tonight. Things just kind of trail off and...
She's all right. She can't shout at us now.
Yeah, she's...
So much for women's lib. Who's the lady that shouted?
Do they have a women's lib movement, big in England also?
Always.
Oh, it's all over
But
now.
the women in England are quite good. They're always in the kitchen, so you can't hear them when they shout.
You think that's where they should be, huh?
I think that most women are very happy. I really think that most women are happy in the kitchen, not because they like... Men make the best chefs. When you ever go to a hotel and find the chef is a woman, madam?
I think
Shakespeare wasn't a bird, madam. And neither's Johnny Carson.
I think if they paid women in the kitchen as much as they pay chefs in a hotel, women would love to be in the kitchen.
I think that basically women are very happy in the kitchen simply because it means that they're feeding their children and looking after their man. I think that the time arises when a woman is put out to work. And I think then when she comes back and says, oh, I've had a heavy day, and the husband arrives at the same time, that's a bad deal, because then they're going to fight who's going to cook and who's going to wash up.
Yeah.
I think that a woman's place is looking after her man and her children, and I think a man's place is to look after her, to protect her, and provide her with a little warmth. I really do believe
You have the old-fashioned concept, right?
Yeah, but it's fairly sweet. I mean, the women's liberationists, if they thought about that... Shh! Quiet, woman! Women's liberationists... I think that women's liberationists...
Now that's what is known as savoir-faire, when you can continue.
I think that women's liberationists sometimes do extraordinary things. I don't think that, in actual fact, that it gives them much armament to their cause. I mean, the fact that I have been smothered in whiskey, and it is whiskey, I can taste it, pays no cause to the lady. There are going to be a lot of people on this program that will laugh at that, and there will be several who will probably be quite indignant. I'm not indignant, because this is indicative of the bad manners of a lot of chauvinist ladies.
I like this show myself. But then
And I shall stay here until it dries.
I hope you just lick it off. If Ed was here, he'd help you clean up. We'll be right back.
All right, my first guest tonight, folks. My first guest tonight was called the Shirley Temple of Czechoslovakia because of her, that's true, because of her success there as a child star. Now, I understand when President Reagan visited Chicago in June, she performed for the president, and the local media in Chicago was so taken by her that they started an actual campaign to get her booked on The Tonight Show. We actually got this tape you're going to see from PM Magazine, and this was part of the effort. We'll show you this. Watch the monitors here.
People say, Vlasta, you can get any higher than that, than playing for President of the United States. And I said, yes, but there's higher thing. I said, you know what's my dream is? I gotta get, and that's my wish, on Johnny Carson.
Here it is, the one, the only, Johnny Carson polka. Let's welcome Vlasta.
Come on, folks, and hear me out. What I have to say is all about your home. Johnny Carson is his name.
Chicago Radio's Jeff and Jer have made Tuesday Vlasta Aid Day on their WFYR-FM morning show. The phones jam up with callers who pledge signatures on petitions to send to The Tonight Show.
We will never give up. If this takes 10 years, we are going to get this woman on The Tonight Show somehow or another.
She's just so genuine. You really want to pull for her. You really want to see her on there. And it'll really be a victory for everybody. So the response has been incredible.
Well, folks, I'm here to tell you... Well, I'm here to tell you, folks, that Vlasta Aid paid off. Would you welcome, please, the international queen of polka, Vlasta. show business. Okay, come on over, Blaster. Okay, that's Blaster, folks. Unplug the amplifier there. Okay, a little getting disengaged. How are you? How are you? How are you doing?
Johnny.
Yeah, sit down here. How are you? Okay. Ed will help you remove your accordion. Is our official accordion remover here? Well, how are you?
Oh, Johnny, you're so great.
Now, come on now. I don't want people to think I booked you for any, sexual reason. How are you? It's nice to have you here.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Can I have your drink or something?
It's a little coffee. Would you like some water?
Anything, just your coffee.
So
is
you
that
have a
right?
little coffee there. See? Did I pronounce your name right? Vlasta?
Vlasta.
No last name?
It's a Czechoslovakian name. She was a warrior
Vlasta was a warrior.
against the men.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, but you'd use no last name at all, huh?
I tell you why. I use it like Cher.
Okay.
Vlasta.
Who was also a warrior against men. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. If you just joined us. If you just have joined us, this young lady is called Vlasta, just queen of the polka, international queen of the polka, right?
Yes,
because
yes, Johnny.
you do come from Czechoslovakia, and you were telling me about this dress. 100 years old, did you say?
I want everybody to see it.
Good. All right. Very
It's
pretty.
a costume. It's my mother brought it from the Museum of
Did she?
Czechoslovakia.
It's very lovely. Is there a king of polka?
Yes, Frankie Yankovic.
Frankie Yankovic. You're right.
Frankie Yankovic.
You know, when I worked at WOW in Omaha, Nebraska, I announced the polka parade at 6 o'clock in the morning. Did you know a guy playing polka called Whoopie John Wilfert?
I've heard of him too.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Right.
That one I remember.
Yes.
And his band will play.
What?
Whoopie John will fart and his band will play.
That's right. That's absolutely true. Now, look, I know you're from Czechoslovakia. Now, shame, but didn't the polka now originate in Poland? Or am I wrong?
Well, a lot of people think, a polka means a Polish girl.
Mm-hmm.
But if anybody looks in a dictionary, it is. That's the translation. But really, in a dictionary, if you look, the polka means a half step.
I see.
But it originated. Polka originated 1830, Johnny, in a little village. And the girl names were Annie, Anichka called.
Anichka.
Yes, and she was a polka girl, and she started the polka steps. Later on, matter of fact, it went to Vienna, England, and every place. And people, the white, the cream of the folks, they used to pay in silver money, and then it came to United States. But the Polish people are the greatest promoters of polka in the United States.
I think you're right there. Yeah, that's true.
Chicago, especially.
You still practice all the time?
Oh, Johnny, I practice about 5-6 hours a day.
5 or 6 hours a day?
Yes, I do. Because it's a great instrument, and especially to be performing. And thank you, Mr. Doc Severinsen, to let me be part of you, because if you appear with Doc Severinsen, you can be that bad.
That's right. You have to have certain... We set certain standards to play with Doc, and you...
He is one of the best. He's one of the best.
He is one of the best.
Johnny, I come from the suburbs, from Berwyn.
You come from the suburbs where?
From Berwyn.
Berwyn.
Berwyn, that's right. So this is what the whole Chicago is watching tonight.
Yeah, well... Now, you were called the Shirley Temple of Czechoslovakia.
Yes, because I look like Shirley Temple when I was 4 years old.
You still look a little like Shirley Temple. You've got that cute face.
Yeah, I used to tap dance and done about 20 movies.
Uh-huh.
And then we, what happened, we emigrated. We went to Germany, spent 4 years in a refugee camp. And we got lucky. I lost my dad in a war. And my mother brought me. Yes.
I think they don't mean to laugh and be cruel.
It doesn't.
Because, what you said we got lucky, and then you said the next thing was we lost our dad in the war.
That's right. We're lucky to emigrate to the United States.
They were not being unkind at all.
And we got lucky to
When you say we, is your husband?
No, my mother and 2 little children.
You do have a husband, though, right?
Yes, and I got married when I was 16.
16?
Yes.
Does he listen to you practice?
Oh, Johnny, I tell you. See what happens. I come up with these tunes, and probably Mr. Doc Severinsen knows how this works. You get an idea, and doesn't matter it's afternoon or night. Sometimes I wake up at night at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I come up with a tune, so I pick up accordion, I wake my husband up. I says, Johnny.
At 2 o'clock, you wake your husband and play the accordion? Is that... it true?
Doc, you told me I can call you Doc? See,
He's not a
Mr.
medical
Sutherland
doctor.
said-
Did he tell you he was a... Did he try that routine about being a medical doctor?
No.
We've had some problems here in the studio.
So he must understand, too. You know, tunes come to you. That doesn't mean, 6 o'clock evening, are you gonna write? No, it comes at night. So I wake up my husband. I says, honey, can you listen to this tune? So he gets up and he's listening to the tune. Sometimes he comes from work, and you guys are terrible. You either come from work, you read the news, watch the football game or baseball game, nobody can talk to you. So I wait when my husband takes a bath, and then I'll take my accordion, sit on the toilet, see John.
I'll tell you, any marriage that can survive a husband taking a bath and a wife sitting on a toilet seat with an accordion is a strong union.
And especially Johnny, when I work on your lyrics, that was my hardest one, because
Where did you compose that, may I ask?
My husband, came. He's a second shift, and I wish he would have been here with me, but he has to work and support me, what I'm doing. But
I'm sure he'll hear
he's
from
an
you when
auto
you get
body
home.
man. Hi, Johnny.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I've done lyrics for you, Johnny,
Yes.
a second the hottest polka in Chicago, everybody's
Really?
playing it. I wrote the lyrics when I was taking a bath with my husband.
Did you have the accordion in there with you at the time?
No, because my husband's name is Johnny.
Ah.
And this is what it is, so I practice on him and try to on you.
I'm honored and flattered. Is this the number you're going to do for us, the next one?
So
or-
I would like to say, Johnny, I wrote this song especially for
Well.
you. And I want to say thank you for Doc Severinsen to help me out,
Well,
make a great
not anybody can
arrangement.
work with Doc.
And he's the top #1. And his band. And Johnny, this is my honor to be on your show. And I want to thank you, Chicago, for putting me on
Well.
Johnny Carson's show.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What?
Johnny,
Yes.
this song is especially the polka. And do you think you can come here because it's especially for you that I can show you little bit steps to polka? Would you do
I
that?
really don't know how to play that.
I'll teach you. It's very easy. 1, 2, 3.
Maybe just next time. Yeah, we better do the number. If we do all this, we're not going to have time for Alan, so maybe we can just play it this time and we'll dance at a time to be announced in your local paper. What, dear? Can you help? What do I do here?
Just put it over.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Okay. And just here.
Okay.
Just,
All right. That's a very dangerous instrument. No, we've talked long enough.
thank you.
Okay. Get that thing cooking.
Come on, folks, and hear me out what I have to say. It's all about your host, Johnny Carson is his name. He's on each evening entertaining you. Yes, on Tonight Show, he made it polka too. Johnny, Johnny, come on, dance with me. I'll teach you the polka. It's lots of fun, you'll see. Johnny, oh Johnny, it's just 1, 2, 3. You'll feel great all over if you do the polka with me. Yeah! Johnny, Johnny, come on, dance with me. I'll teach you the polka. It's lots of fun, you see.